Hello Dota 2 gamers, and welcome to my no-nonsense guide on how to learn a new Dota 2 hero as soon as possible, whether you're new to the game and have no idea what you're doing, or you've played before and are just looking for a new character to play. Let's get right into it. Okay, once you're in Dota, you're going to want to come over to the Heroes tab and pick a hero you want to play. Unfortunately, I can't really help you with this part, but if you don't really know who you want to play, just pick somebody random for now. The process will be the same no matter what. So for the purposes of this video, I'm going to pick Dragon Knight. And once you have your hero selected, come down here to where it says Demo Hero, and we're going to hop into a demo. Dota is a cool game. The demo feature is actually good for testing, experimenting, and all that good stuff. So once you're in, top left, where it says plus dummy target, I would get that guy in there, and I would start fucking wailing on him a little bit. Attack this guy. Get a feel for your attacks. See how the sword swings. See how it feels, man. If you're a ranged hero, pluck some arrows at it. All that good stuff. You're gonna want to get a feel for how your character attacks, how fast it is, how much damage it does. If you want to go test it on creeps go spawn in the middle here. Go practice last hitting on them for a minute or two. It'll really help you get a feel for the character. Now, the next thing you're gonna want to do, level up a few times. For this, level up to at least 6, just so we can test out all the abilities. And one by one, go through and test the abilities. Don't skill them all at once, one by one. First things first, your Q. Don't even read it, just cast it. See what it does. Okay, it looks like you do some breathe fire, does some damage, all that good stuff. Now let's read it. Unleashes a breath of fire in front of Dragon Knight that burns enemies and reduces the damage their autos deal. Very cool. Let's use it again. You can click on him and see what debuffs are being applied to him, and sure enough, our breathe fire is debuffing him. Well and good. Move on to your next ability, W. See, this one's a little point and click. Walk up, a stun. Very cool, very cool. You can read it, pause the video if you'd like, and then we move on to our next ability, E. You might notice, when if I press E, nothing's happening. Does Dragon Knight not have an E? No, he does. It's just a passive. You can go ahead and read that. Gives him some health regen, some armor. Next up, skill your ult. I mean, that's a small novel on the screen right there. Don't worry about it. Just hit the button. Oh my god, he's a fucking dragon. Pretty cool. All of a sudden, he's got ranged attacks. His W's bigger. His Q's better. Dragon Knight, dude. He's swagging. And now you're getting a feel for what the character does, how he moves around, what abilities he's got. And now you can move on to the next thing. If you have a guide selected, and if you don't, do this, open the shop, come up to where it says browse all guides, and pick for this, just pick the Tortellini guide. The dude keeps them up to date. He does a great job. Thank you, Tortellini, for all the work you do. So go ahead and select this guide, just how you saw me here. One more time, shop, guide, choose Tortellini, you hit select, click out, you're good to go. Buy some of the core items for your character. Now in a normal game, you'll buy your starting items, you'll upgrade them, you'll get your boots, your magic wand. That's all pretty bog standard. You'll do that in every game. What I want to focus on here is buy your core items and see what they're all about and how they impact the character that you're planning on playing. So Dragon Knight here, he gets his treads, he gets a Mage Slayer, which is a passive item, helps him deal damage. He gets a Blink Dagger. That's your first active item. That's the first thing I want you to focus on. Now, how would Blink Dagger help Dragon Knight? Well, we learned earlier that his spells are pretty short range. So, intuitively, you buy a Blink Dagger to close the gap to cast some spells. Very well and good. What else does he get? He gets an Aghanim Scepter. You can read what that does. It upgrades his ultimate. Very nice. He also gets a Manta Style. Manta Style is pretty good for farming, as well as pushing lanes. It works well with Dragon Knight, because when he's in his dragon form, and you hit Manta, you get some really powerful dragons that are good for pushing waves, pushing towers, killing enemies, all that good stuff. So just here in the demo viewer, you can experiment with different builds, different items, what the core items for him are. You can start experimenting with some of the later game things. Oh, he gets a BKB. That makes sense. If you're blinking in and casting your spells, you're probably going to want some magic resistance on Black King Bar here. All this information is free and available in the demo here. I highly recommend you choose a character, buy some items, skill their spells, see what it's all about. So finally, before you get out of the demo viewer, there's one last thing that you need to do. I would level up to max. You can hit this button here, level max, and just take a quick look at the talents. Now, when you're at max level, you're going to have access to all of them, but just go through and read them really quick. See what they're all about. Okay, you get extra damage. The stun gets a bit better. By the time your homework for this is by the time you log out of the demo viewer, you have to be able to explain to somebody who's never played Dota before what your character does. Once you can do that, once you can say what each of their abilities does, generally what items they can buy, then you're ready to move on to this super exclusive next step. It's a super exclusive next step, so don't miss it, okay? Okay, hello, welcome to the super secret ending portion of this video where you're going to get actually the best tip of all. In the description down below, you will see a link to Dota 2 Pro Tracker. Click it and you can follow along like so. I know, a lot of information right here. You can ignore all of it if you want to. I will say, just right here, you can sort by each role or just all the heroes, and it'll tell you who the most popular heroes are right now and how good they are. And you can click on them and learn a whole bunch of stuff about them, you know, whatever. But anyway, we're worried about Dragonite right now. So here at the top, we're going to type in Dragonite and just follow my train of thought. Here at the top, you will see what role they are most commonly played. And if you scroll down, you will see pro players here. Now let's just click on, Boom, Team Secret Boom. This is a pro player who has recently played Dragonite games. If you scroll down a bit more, you will now see, oh, Boom played a Dragonite game 5 hours ago. Sweet. If you look on the right over here, you will see a copy button. If you click it, it will copy the match ID. You can come back over here into Dota. Oh, sorry, camera. You can come back over here into Dota, hit the watch button, hit the watch now button, hit the replays button, click up here at the top right, and Control V the match ID, and voila, the match is here. Now, my camera is obscuring it, but there's a watch replay button right here that you can click. First it'll be a download replay, then it becomes watch replay. Go ahead and click it. Put my camera back on. I know, scuffed end of video stuff, you know how it is. And then you can hit next highlight. You are now watching a pro game with a Dragonite in it. Here at the top right, click player view, and you can literally see exactly how Boom was playing Dragonite. You can skip till later in the game and just get a feel for how he moves. It's bugged right now. He's actually the Elder Dragon, but you can't see it right now. But long story short, you can use Dota 2 Pro Tracker to get match IDs to quickly, in the Dota client, watch the highest level gameplay possible for the character that you would like to learn. See how he last hits. See what items he buys. See how he moves his camera. See how he moves around the map. All this information is ready and available. Use it. It's all free. It's all there. Use it. You will get ahead of anybody else trying to learn characters in this game by applying these tips. Use the demo viewer. Use the replay feature. These are features that do not exist in other video games to near an extent that it does in Dota, and we should be taking advantage of these features. So anyway, that's the end of the video. If you guys want to learn a Dota 2 character as fast as possible, follow the advice in this video. Demo, watch, familiarize yourself, and then finally, after all that, play some games. Go own some noobs. It'll be easy peasy. All right, I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.